Hey guys, here's part two of your short film story structure intro. So we're gonna watch the film Black Hole together, and I'm gonna show you how I broke it down in terms of story structure. So one of the things that I really like about this film that we watched together as a class at the beginning of the semester is that it's really short, so it's manageable, but it also has one location, one actor, and just a clever idea. But it still goes through the 8-beat story structure that we talked about in class, which is really important so that you can kind of guide how your story goes in some type of arc. So let's walk through this together. Okay, so our initial scene, this one's really important. The very first shot, we're introduced to our main character and the location. That sigh, that look of like, oh, this is horrible, kind of gives us an idea of what his life is like. So, once upon a time, we have a man who clearly works in an office, and you get the sense that he does not like his job. I get the sense that he works long hours, that he often has to stay late and finish up stuff. He hates it. He looks a little bit disheveled. See how his tie is kind of pulled down a little bit. He just doesn't look happy. The room looks a bit dim. There's no one else there. The computers are off behind him. All gives us the sense, the implied sort of like once upon a time and every day stuff saying that this guy doesn't like his job, works long hours, not super happy with his life, which, may inform some of the choices that he's going to make later on. That look, that's very important. Ugh, this is horrible. Kicks the machine. You get the sense that he's often wrestling with this machine. It's often giving him trouble. It's not very high quality, all that kind of stuff. It spits out a picture of a black circle. So he's looking at it going, what is that? So this is sort of the until one day the machine spits out this mysterious black circle. So he's kind of looking at it like, what is this? Maybe doesn't think much of it. I think they could have maybe shown one more shot here where he puts it beside the coffee or the copier, but you get the sense that he set it down there. So he's trying to do his photocopies, takes a sip from his cup, and that is where things really turn. Because of that, trying to put his cup down and it falling through the hole, something happens. So, because of that, he has now realized that this is not just a piece of paper. This is some kind of weird magical portal. He's a little bit freaked out, but he's also intrigued. Like, what does this mean? And that look is really important. He starts to look around, like, what can I use this for? So we're starting to get an idea of what our character's like. He's the kind of guy, maybe not too happy with his life, maybe thinks the world owes him something. So immediately he chooses to use this to see what he can get selfishly. So he's stealing chocolate bar from the vending machine. And that's an important look too. He sees the locked room where the safe is kept. So he's kind of like, oh man, maybe I can really benefit from this. Lets himself in. Sees the safe. He's looking around. No one's here. I can steal lots of money, which he's doing. But he gets more and more greedy. He wants to get it all, which causes him to climb right inside until. And that's sort of our until finally this happens. Now, nothing else is shown here, but it's definitely implied that he has to face the consequences of his greedy choices. So I would imagine that he's either going to suffocate inside this locked safe, or he's going to get caught once they open it up again, and there's going to be consequences. So the moral of the story that I figured for this is that greed is your downfall. So you'll see this attachment as well. This is how I broke it down into major beats and supporting details. So this is what I would like you to do for a a story of your own. I want you to right now just break it down into major beats and supporting details. Now, you're thinking of this as a very simplified story with just a clever idea that can be about 1 minute long. I'm going to post more about how to break this down into shots because we're going to eventually storyboard this thing and hopefully shoot it. But for now, I want you to break down your story like this. So I'm going to post this example for you, and then I'm going to post a blank template of this table here that you can fill in with the details of your own story. All right, hope you guys are doing well. Please communicate with me if you have any questions, comments. You can email me, or even better, you can post directly on Google Classroom, and hopefully we can get a bit of a discussion going if anyone has any questions. Thanks, guys, and you'll hear from me soon.